It kind of undermines the Wiesma thesis, though, because it's like, no, Tadej will crack. But it's like, well, if that's what you think, you cannot sit up, because then he could be about to crack, right?
But let's not forget, Spencer, this is all theory. Let's not forget that these guys are human. They are great athletes, but they're also tired. And, theory is good, and you can have a plan and a strategy, and we're going to try. But, ultimately, if you put in 3 attacks and you can't shake it, then you're done. You can't keep going a 4th time.
Hi, I'm Spencer Martin, along with Johan Bruyneel, and this is Outcomes. Outcomes is for informational and entertainment purposes only. Nothing in this podcast should be considered financial advice. Please gamble responsibly, and if you or someone you know has a gambling problem, seek help from a professional resource. Hosts and guests may have financial interest in the bets discussed. Past performance does not guarantee future results.
Everybody, welcome back to Outcomes. I'm Spencer Martin. I'm here with Johan Bruyneel. We are predicting stage 18 of the Tour de France, 171-kilometer stage through the Alps, 3 HC mountains, the queen stage of the race. A little bit of debate on the vertical meters. I see 5,600. The road book says 5,400. We'll only know after they upload their Stravas, but I'll list off the odds, and then Johan and I will predict who's going to win and how it's going to play out. If you want to bet, before you do it, make sure you check out our partner, NextBets. That's nxtbets.com/betoutcomes, and it shows you where you can bet wherever you live, as well as the best sign-up bonuses. Like I'm looking at DraftKings, bet $5, get $150, or bet $365, bet $5, get $150. I should do both of those. Or Caesars, bet $1, double your winnings for the next 10 bets. We might need that to dig us out of the hole we fell into with the Holloway fight. But NextBets is there to help us. Johan, I'm just going to read them from Unibet, because that's what you can see, but I'll call them out if they're better elsewhere. Tadej Pogacar is the favorite at -150, Jonas Vingegaard +450, Thymen Arnsman +1,600, Valentin Paris-Pantra +2,000, Ben Healy +2,500, Carlos Rodriguez +2,500, Einar Rubio +2,500, Enric Mas +3,300. It goes on and on, but we'll call them out when we need to. Who do you think is going to win this, and how's it going to play out?
Spencer, I mean, these kind of stages, based on what we have seen in basically all the stages that are super hard. This is a 2-horse race. It's Jonas and Pogacar. The way the stage is designed, it's 3-horse category climbs. Breakaways will be there. They probably can't make it to the finish because of the toughness of the stage, the difficulty of the stage. So I'm afraid I have to, be very unoriginal and say Tadej Pogacar is winning this. He's the heavy favorite, assuming that Jonas can't shake him, which he hasn't been able to do at any point in this race. I don't see any reason why that would happen tomorrow, especially the way Pogacar is racing right now. He's very calculated and conservative. So Pogacar for the win, -150.
He's actually apparently -125 at Caesars. So I am personally going to check that out myself.
-150 on Unibet right now.
And plunging, because actually I think he should be priced worse than this. I'm going to pick him as well. I think he does not drop Jonas, but he wins the stage. I think he's going to outsprint him at the finish. Jonas looks very good. Maybe the best climbing performances we've ever seen from him. He was 5 minutes faster than he was last time he did Ventoux yesterday. Mm-hmm. I don't think Pogacar can crack him like last year, but I do think he's going to win this stage, because Jonas cannot outsprint him at the finish. I know he did it once. What was that, stage 11 last year? But I just do not see a repeat of that.
Well, yeah, and that's why I say, Tadej is not making the same mistakes. Also, he has 4 minutes 15 advantage. I think at that point last year he didn't have that much advantage. But still, he doesn't need to attack. It's highly unlikely. I think Wiesma and Jonas are going to try. They have to. You're right. Yesterday, for example, was a very good performance of Jonas. I think he was also publicly saying that this was one of the best numbers he had. So they have to try, but they can only hope for a weak moment, or a weekday, whatever. Pogacar didn't sleep well, or he doesn't feel his usual self. that's their only hope, because Tadej only needs to look at one guy, and that's Jonas.
Yeah, and I agree. I mean, he's in such a strong position because of the lead he has at the moment. Like, Pogačar doesn't have to do anything. He just has to sit back and watch Jonas. It makes it so hard on Jonas. With that in mind, I mean, we were looking at this profile. It's going to be very hard for a breakaway to get any sort of gap because Visma has to ride all out on the Madeleine. The second climb, the finish climb, Col de la Loze, very hard, 26K long. And that's just the categorized section. George said there's about 5K before it that you climb up just to get to the base of the climb.
Yeah, well, it's, this side of Col de la Loze is basically the usual climb of Courchevel, which is already hard.
Yeah.
I think 1 year Pantani won there. And then another year Valverde won there. But anyway, I remember the year of Pantani, and he dropped everybody. He dropped Lance and Heras and all the big climbers. So it's a hard climb. But then once you get to Courchevel, whether it's Courchevel, I think it's called Courchevel 2000 or something, and then it keeps going up towards Col de la Loze. So, yeah, it's very hard. I mean, I think 5,500 meters of elevation over the stage says it all.
Yeah, that's not easy. And Visma, there's just no other option. They have to make this hard. The breakaway cannot stay away. So my wild card is going to be Jonas Vingegaard plus 450 because it's the only other rider that can beat Tadej Pogačar today or tomorrow. Yeah,
I agree. It's it's very difficult for a breakaway to make it. I agree. Jonas should be our second option. For a real wild card, Spencer, I'm going to go a little further than that, but not for the win. But Ben Healy, plus 700 for the podium. Going off what we saw yesterday, and it's a different stage because it was, flat and then just one climb. But Ben Healy was very strong on Mont Ventoux. I could envision a scenario where Ben Healy is in the break and he doesn't get caught by many guys except by Jonas and Tadej. And he holds on for third. He is that strong, in my opinion. He was really impressive on the Ventoux. Did the majority of the work, did the majority of the chasing. Then afterwards he attacked. Parapenter was on the wheel, couldn't drop him. I think, in stages like this, it's really, the guys who have the most left in the tank. And I think Ben Healy's one of them. So 700 for the podium, I could see that happen.
I like it. I like it a lot. I don't think it's not worth trying to guess someone that's going to win because with the pace this hot, I don't think anybody else wins. Someone has to finish third, though. Why not Ben Healy? He almost won on Ventoux. And tomorrow's stage it suits him better than Ventoux because it almost just seems like he doesn't fatigue over these long efforts. So the multiple climbs, bad weather potentially, or at least cold weather, which Ben Healy's quite good in. So I think that's a good pick. Let's take a quick break and then we'll do some head-to-heads. All right, Johan. So we're back with the head-to-heads on FanDuel in the US. The first one, Ben Healy, minus 118 versus Carlos Rodriguez, minus 118.
Ben Healy.
I'd be concerned if you didn't pick him. Yeah. Oscar Onley, minus 136 versus Felix Gall, plus 102.
Only.
Yeah, I like that. Tadej Pogačar, minus 310 versus Jonas Vingegaard, plus 220.
Normally it's Pogačar. You can only see one potential scenario where Pogačar doesn't pass Jonas at the end, which would be if there's a break gone and the bonifications are gone. But I don't see that happening. So Pogačar.
That would be a very disappointing stage if they're going slow and the breakaway wins.
Well, I mean, you never know. I mean, they can attack each other. See that this guy cannot drop the other guy, and vice versa, and there's just a stalemate, and they're slowing down so much. I mean, it happened yesterday. Catch the break, right?
It kind of undermines the Visma thesis, though, because it's like, no, Tadej will crack. But it's like, well, if that's what you think, you cannot sit up because then he could be about to crack, right?
But let's not forget, Spencer, this is all theory. Let's not forget that these guys are human. They are great athletes, but they're also tired. And, theory is good and you can have a plan and the strategy and we're going to try. But, ultimately, if you put in 3 attacks and you can't shake him, then you're done. You can't keep going a 4th time. And then finally,
remember what happened over the Tourmalet in 2023? It's like Vingegaard kept pressing. Yeah. And then he just got smoked on the final climb.
On the last climb, yeah.
Yeah. Like, you're right. It could be in the back of his head. Like, maybe I don't want to keep pushing and then somebody else wins.
Was that on Cotteret?
Cotteret.
I think it was Cotteret.
It's spelled like Catarouts is what it looks like.
Cotteret. Yeah. It's called Cotteret.
That makes more sense. And next one, Ben O'Connor minus 310 versus Guillaume Martin plus 220. This is really hard.
Ben O'Connor is empty. I think where are they in GC, these two guys? Around 20th place, probably.
They must be. Ben O'Connor's 12th. Holy smokes.
Oh, he's 12th. Oh, wow.
Huh. Wow. He's 35 minutes back. Guillaume is 13th.
Okay, so that's why they're okay.
Mm-hmm.
And Guillaume is the first French rider. Oh no, he is not. He's just second. So Jordan Giga
and Kevin
and Vauquelin. Yeah. Let's do O'Connor. He's gonna keep. He's gonna keep going. O'Connor.
All right, Ben O'Connor. I mean, he has to. He could be. I guess in theory, he could be top 10.
No.
Kind of.
I don't think so.
Well, there could be bear attacks. You never know what's going to happen to two of their guys. And Florian Lipwitz minus 132 versus Primož Roglič plus 102.
Spencer, he cannot be top 10. Sorry he's 8 minutes behind 11th and he's 11 minutes behind 10th place. So no. Ben O'Connor cannot be top 10.
Well, actually, Tobias Holland Johansson, we don't know what exactly is going on with him.
Yeah.
And then you just need one other DNF. No, you need.
Okay. Yeah. In that case. Yeah. Well, so who was the last head-to-head?
It's actually it's my favorite one. It's Florian Lipwitz minus 132 versus Primož Roglič plus 102.
Big mountain stage, man. Tomorrow.
Primož looked better on Von too.
Let's not forget Primož. Still, it's 2 minutes 40. I'm gonna go for Florian Lipwitz. 2 minutes 40. He's not getting back 2 minutes. Anyway, he could be in front of him in the stage, but
he would have to like pace him in, right?
Because he's not going to have to wait for him and come in. Yeah, that's
that actually could happen. That's what happened the other day.
That would happen on Von 2. Yeah. Let's go for In that scenario, let's go for Roglič. Roglič drags Florian Lipwitz to the finish. Yeah.
All right, Johan. Anything else before we take off? All right. Well, I hope we get an exciting stage. Now I'm worried we'll get a stalemate.
Teaser. Listen to the Move podcast tomorrow. There's a special segment coming. Very interesting.
The UCI president's coming on to debate. Johan Bruyneel. All right, Johan.
To debate.
Well, thank you. And please tune in to The Move tomorrow if you want to see Johan. And we'll talk soon.
Okay, thanks.